Good evening. It is October the 6th, 2024, and it is 7:01 p.m. I'm coming to you today to remind you that tomorrow is October the 7th, and it will be the last day that you can register to vote. I'm going to post this video on October the 7th. I want to share a few things with you. A lot of people weren't paying attention when before Joe Biden dropped out of the race. AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, posted a video saying that they weren't just trying to get rid of Joe Biden, they were trying to get rid of the entire ticket. They were trying to get rid of Kamala Harris as well. See, they never wanted her to be the vice president because they didn't think she was a good fit. So everybody goes, well, Biden should have dropped out of the race a year ago. If Joe Biden had dropped out of the race a year ago, Kamala Harris would not be the nominee for president of the United States because they already had somebody else in place. See, this right here, I've said it in other videos, that this is a God move. God in his infinite wisdom used an 81-year-old man to maneuver an almost 60-year-old woman, black woman, into a position to where she could be nominated for president of the United States, on the verge of being president of the United States. So I'm going to give you some numbers to back this thing up, to show you how God moves in ways that we never could have imagined he would move. But we have to remind ourselves that the king always has one more move. And that's the reason why I couldn't sleep at night, because the king was telling me that I needed to make sure that I did everything I could to influence the Gen Zers, because they're the ones that are going to put us over the top. So I'm going to give you some numbers. The numbers that were playing in my head back in June were 8, 1, and 4. And not necessarily in that order, but the number 1 means unity. The number 4 means unity and hard work. And the number 8, which is also 2024, which equals 8. The number 8 means new hope, a new beginning. See, God used Moses, and Moses was 80 years old, the number 8. And Moses stuttered. God used the 81-year-old man, and by the name of Joe Biden, and Joe Biden stutters. See, the numbers will keep coming up. In 2020, 81 million people voted for the Biden-Harris ticket. In 2024, in the Democratic primary, 14 million people voted for the Biden-Harris ticket. When Joe Biden dropped out of the race, within 24 hours, $81 million was raised for Kamala Harris in her bid for presidency. So my point is that these numbers keep playing over and over. And in this here election, there's going to be 8 million Gen Zers that are eligible to vote that are 18 and 19, 8 and 1. There are going to be 41 million Gen Zers that are eligible to vote nationwide. If you can't see that God is mixed up in this entire thing, that God wants us, that needs us to have faith. And the thing about having faith is that you have to put in the work. If you put in the work, then he'll go ahead and he'll do what he needs to do to make sure that what it is that we ask for. Just like the two men that prayed for rain, the two farmers that prayed for rain. One of them prayed for rain and put his seeds in the ground. And the other one prayed for rain and didn't plant his seeds. So when it started raining, he had to run outside to plant his seeds. It was too late then. See, I'm going to use something from Avengers. This is our one shot out of 14 million probabilities, 14 million possibilities. This is our one shot to elect Kamala Harris president of the United States of America. It's divine intervention is on our side, but we got to put in the work. Registering people to vote is just the beginning. Now we got to get people to go to the polls, because faith without works is dead. The work that needs to be done is everybody going down to the polls and voting. Everybody taking people with them and making sure that they vote. That's the work that needs to be put in. We've got the faith, but we got to show that we believe that our faith is going to be rewarded if we put in the work. But we have to put in the work in order for it to be rewarded. All I'm saying is that and we need everybody, especially the Gen Zers, because you are the one. See, I watched my man Marcus Johnson on TV at Oakland University, and he's been saying everything that the Gen X's and millennials have been saying about the vice president. But sometimes you need babes. You need the truth to come out of the mouth of babes for people to go, oh, that really is how it is. That's why the Gen Zers are so important, because they're babes right now. You go where they're 18, 19 and plus, but they're still babes compared to most of us. But those babes are going to be the difference in this election. Those babes are going to be the reason that our version of Thanos is going to be defeated. Because democracy and freedom are standing on the battlefield, and Thanos is standing in front of them. Project 2025 and MAGA, the entire army of MAGA is standing in front of them. And democracy and freedom needs to know that there are Avengers behind them. Democracy and freedom need to hear, on your left, Cap. And when Cap looks to his left, he sees an entire army behind him. Democracy and freedom need to hear the words Avengers assemble. I just wanted to share that with you. I pray that each one of you have a wonderful rest of the evening. And I pray that those of you who aren't registered, that you will make a last-minute push to go and register to vote. Those of you who are registered, it's time. It's time to do what we came here to do. It's time to show up and show out. Be the Avengers that democracy and freedom need us to be. Let Thanos know that he won't have an opportunity to snap this time. We've got the gauntlet on our hands, and we're going to do the snapping. Have a wonderful day, and God bless you, and we'll see you at the polls.